Tension is mounting in the Egyptian capital, Cairo, ahead of fresh protests in response to President Hosni Mubarak's announcement he will not step down. Crowds are massing outside the presidential palace, as well as Tahrir Square and other locations in the city. Last night, millions of Egyptians reacted with anger after President Mubarak addressed the nation and insisted he will not leave office. ABC correspondent Mark Willesee reports from Cairo.
It was supposed to be their day of liberation. Instead, Hosni Mubarak crushed the protesters' hopes that he'd go quietly. The president stubbornly vowing to hold on to power until elections in September.
The current situation is not about me. It is not about Hosni Mubarak. It is now about Egypt, its present and its future. All Egyptians are lying in the same trench, and we should continue the national dialogue we have started.
But these protesters don't want dialogue. Egyptians had expected Mr Mubarak to bow to pressure and quit after ruling party leaders and the military hinted the president was on the way out. After the 82-year-old's defiant speech, angry demonstrators surged out of the square in rage. Others were too stunned to move.
I'm very angry, and I think people around me, as you can see, are furious. The government is clearly not getting the message. He's clearly being very stubborn.
Hosni Mubarak's refusal to quit has enraged these protesters. They're promising even bigger demonstrations after Friday prayers. They're going to march towards the state television building and also the presidential palace. It's going to be interesting to see whether the army does move to stop them.
For the past 18 days, Tahrir Square has been packed with Egyptians sick of endemic corruption and grinding poverty. Among the thousands here, women and children. The Vice President says it's time for everyone to leave the square.
Youth of Egypt, go back to your homes and your work. The country needs you so that we can develop. Do not listen to biased foreign TV and radio broadcasts. Instead, listen to your conscience.
The opposition leader and Nobel laureate, Mohammed El-Baradei, has called the regime's move an act of deception, writing on his Twitter account, "Egypt will explode. Army must save us now." There's no doubt today's demonstration will be so huge, it will rouse the Mubarak regime. The great worry is, it may also trigger a bloody confrontation between protesters and the military.